This is my third update in my Panda palette project, and the palette is the Pat McGrath Mothership 6 Midnight Sun, and this is what this palette is looking like with this third update. As you can see, I did hit pan in one shade, and there's some significant dips in some of the shades. Wicked Envy and Blood Moon 006 are the main shades I used since the last update, and also the shade Bronze Eclipse. Used that a lot as well. There's a dip in it around here. I hit pan in Extreme Dusk, which was one of the initial shades that I predicted that I would hit pan in, and one of the reasons I predicted that I would was because I use it as a liner, an eyeshadow, and also a brow powder. I hit pan in it sometime in January. I'll insert a picture of the day I actually hit pan. Got excited when I hit pan. Excited because I achieved my goal in one of the shadows and I had something to report with this third update. Looking at the palette, I feel like Wicked Envy will be the next shadow I hit pan in. I don't know if I could show the dip, but there's a significant dip in it. For the shade Skin Show Moon Glow, I reached for the shade much more since the last update than I have since starting this project. I have enjoyed layering a lot of these shades to find a new way of using them, make using this palette more exciting, try not to do the same look over and over again. I also have a little dip in the shade Jubilee right there as well. I did use the shade Astral Solstice a couple of times, but this is what the palette is looking like with this third update. I do not recall how many times I used each shade. I did not keep a tally. I just used it organically, and this is where I am. I did take pictures of some of the looks I created, and I will insert those looks right now. Sometime in January, I was just curious and I put up a poll on my Instagram stories for people to vote. I was curious, how many possible looks can one create using a Pat McGrath Mothership? And I did put ranges. The winner was, I think, 10 to 15 looks. But I think the higher end of the option A was 15. And I thought, why not challenge myself to do that for the next phase of using this palette? Do that between now and my next update and see. Challenge myself, I guess, to use it that many times. I don't recall. I think 15, the first option and the second option were pretty close in number with the voting. So I decided instead of 15, why not I challenge myself to use each shade at least 30 times before my next update. And if you notice, my last update was in December. I haven't been doing monthly updates or bi-monthly updates. I think I will do an update each season. So this is the winter update, and the next one will be spring update. So sometime in May or June will be the next update. So I'm challenging myself that before the next update, I will use each shade at least 30 times. And if you're wondering, that is why I have this paper here with the names of the shadows. I am not great at keeping track of my usage in products in general. So I thought putting this paper here will be a visual reminder while I'm using the shadows. I can just mark down which one I used each time I use this palette. And hopefully that will hold me accountable and I'll be better at keeping track of my usage. So that is my mini challenge between now and the next update. Am I bored of this palette yet? No, I'm not. And I think one of the reasons I'm not bored is because I am not strictly using this palette. Because it's in a project doesn't mean I'm just focusing on this palette till I hit my goal. I do, if I'm not inspired, I go back into my beauty capsule and pull out something that I'm inspired by. But this palette is in my everyday basket for me to pull if I feel like using it. I will have to really double down if I want to reach that goal by the next update. In my head, I'm thinking 30 days. Right? 30 days, but I don't wear makeup every day, so we shall see. Since hitting pan in this shadow, the pan has expanded from the picture that I previously shown. I'll put it here again. It has expanded and it'll probably keep expanding. I still pull this palette to do my eyebrows, even if I'm not using shadows from here for my eye look. Although I decided that I don't think I'll be weighing this palette, my curiosity got the best of me. Since I've been using it for 3 months since the last update, I decided let me weigh it. Sadly, it weighs the same as the last update. For the fun of it, I may just keep weighing it each update, but I'm not putting a lot of weight on the weight. I'm just going to do it, I guess, for entertainment purposes. But my satisfaction and judgment of usage will come from just visually looking at this palette and seeing the difference in surface disturbance and the dip that I see in the shadows. So, but for entertainment purposes, I will wait for fun, especially since I'm waiting a few months to do an update. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and while you're here, if you have not subscribed, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in my next video.